Another day like today, and I've had it. Spend hours at night and weekends trying to motivate lessons. Lessons just fall flat. You take them back to the background.
Dialogue between principal and teacher.
What are some of the things that you've done concerning the background of your children?
Oh, I've walked around the neighborhoods, visited some of the centers that they go to at night, some of the churches. Haven't gone into any of the homes. I didn't want to impose or anything. Just try to see what they do when they leave school. And I just couldn't go anywhere from here. Couldn't get any lessons going from this viewpoint.
Well, usually, Jack, when a teacher says that he or she has had it, it means that some child in the class has caused this kind of a feeling. What child caused this feeling on your part?
Well, it seemed to be the whole class. They all seemed to be like a little boy I had last year, Tommy Knight. This little boy just didn't want to learn, had no interest in school. He'd get here at 9 o'clock in the morning and leave at 3 o'clock, and he didn't learn anything. Just occupied a seat in the classroom.
Did you ever talk with his mother?
I had her in, but she's like most mothers down here. You bring them in when it's a problem, and you talk about the problems, and they seem to agree with everything you say, and you never get anywhere, really.
Have you ever thought of the position in which Tommy found himself? The fact that maybe he was one of many children? The fact that maybe he didn't even have a place at home that he could call his own? You know that many of our children here have that kind of a home background, that they are one of many children, and usually they don't even have a spot where they can sit down and do the kind of work that we expect them to do at home.
Yes, I know, but I always thought when they come to school, they've come to school to learn.
This is Tommy Knight, child of the inner city poor. He needs an education. Despite the sincere efforts of his school and his teachers, Tommy doesn't learn. There are many reasons why Tommy doesn't learn. Reasons that start with the simple conditions of his life.
All right, boys, time to get up. Come on now. All right, boys, time to get up. Boys, come on, time to get up and go to school. Shirley, is Sabina ready?
Yes,
All right, get her ready and let's go to school. Come on, boys, get up. You'll be late for school and I'll be late for work. Come on, let's go. John, you have to go to the store and get some cereal. Hurry up.
Sleeping 3 in a bed in a cold, crowded room is one reason. And going to school hungry is another reason. While Tommy and his brothers and sisters move into the day with humor and a kind of simple strength, the pressure is there, always there, blocking their ability to grow properly and to learn.
Stop playing and get ready for school.
I'm cold.
I guess you are, baby. Everybody's cold. Paying rent in a place like this and no heat. I got to speak to the landlord about it. Shirley, be sure the kids get fed and Tommy goes and gets the cereal.
Whom do you blame? A mother who works to support her family and create for them a life of dignity and value. A young girl whose childhood is sacrificed to the responsibilities of running a home.
Stop all that playing. You can just finish. Yes, ma'am.
Children who are unable to rise above the conditions of their life and the rejection of the community. Where does the problem begin, and whom do you blame?
Time to hurry up, you have 5 minutes to eat.
The future of these children is deeply affected by the homes from which they come, the community in which they live, and the school that seeks to educate them. Born in poverty, they move through life in a senseless pattern of waste, ignorance, and defeat, and usually die in poverty. poor from the cradle to the grave.
What do you have on?
Car. Hat.
One of their principal failures is their inability to read well.
And it was suit with big yellow button
Tommy Knight can't read.
on the
If he doesn't find a way to develop this vital skill,
coat.
he will carry this difficulty with him
And
and remain an intellectual cripple all the days of his life.
on one
The inability to learn occurs more frequently in disadvantaged children than with others. There are great differences, however, even within the group. Differences that relate to intelligence, motivation, and the child's individual background. The ability to learn develops more easily when learning occupies a place of honor in the home. Frequently, it is as simple as that.
I like to see them studying, and I like to see them learn. We don't have much room, and we don't have much money around here. But the way I look at it, there's a lot more than money, a lot more.
Dad, we had a spelling test in school. How many words do you think I got right?
5,
Yes, sir.
3,
No,
2,
no, sir.
not even 1?
No, sir.
Oh, James, I'm surprised at you. That's terrible.
And I got something to tell you. I got all of them right.
Oh, boy, that makes me very proud of you. Let me see what you have.
It's a little game they play, and it's hard to tell who's kidding who. He knows how we feel about his education, and every time he does well, he knows what it means.
What it means. In many respects, this is the key to the problem. In many disadvantaged homes, the question of learning means nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Now, look, cut it out. You darn kids, sit down there. Sit down over here. Let me see the show. Oh, don't bother me. I'm so tired. I'm watching the program.
Daddy,
What is it?
what's this word?
That word? Oh, I don't know. Why don't you ask your teacher?
A teacher said for us to learn myself.
Well, then learn it yourself or ask your teacher to learn you. I don't know. Get busy. I'm watching my show. What, again? Now, come on, kids. Let's stop it.
No place to study, nowhere to go, and nothing to do. But you have to do something. Do anything. It doesn't make any difference. Just for kicks. Anything. So you don't do your homework. And you won't be ready for school tomorrow. Who cares?
What's your step? What's your step, shorty? Oh, no. Wait a minute, don't tell me. Hey, no, it's a cop. Hey, how much bubble gum? Hey, what's that? It's mine. It's mine. Man, you better leave him alone. You liable to get in trouble. Man, got his gloves on. Uh-oh.
This scene is played over and over again on 1,000 street corners in 1,000 communities across the land.
What school you go to? I live in that. My school? Go on home and do your homework. Homework? In my house? You mad?
In this atmosphere of hostility and rejection, the disadvantaged child moves in a straight line away from the values of an education and away from the fulfillment of his potential as an intelligent, functioning human being.
School and my old man. You go to school, man. That's not me, it's the teachers. You know.
And there's some that you just might see down at the zoo, but you wouldn't see them.
The story of failure and defeat is not confined to the home and the community alone. It continues for Tommy Knight, even here. Here in the friendly, concerned atmosphere of his school.
You can see, maybe you might see Fox on a farm.
You think you would see a fox on a farm?
How can Tommy talk about a farm? What is a farm? For Tommy, a farm is light years away from the streets, the houses, and the narrow limits of the world he knows. Tommy can't talk about a farm.
Well, a calf is a baby cow.
Oh, you see a calf on a farm?
Oh.
And so he is labeled. Tommy is inarticulate and incapable of expressing even the simplest idea. While this may be a true picture of his situation in school, it is not a true picture of Tommy.
Boys are gonna play hand baseball. Kick, hit the ball, and run.
In a more familiar and comfortable environment, he expresses himself without any trouble at all, and he makes himself understood.
Before they get home, by throwing to first, second, or third base. If they run, if they pass, make all the bases before we get the ball home, well, they win. But don't let them get home before we get the ball home, and let's get them all done, okay? Okay. Hey!
With his own group and on his own terms, Tommy is far from inarticulate. He knows how to speak and how to use words to communicate ideas. But he doesn't know how to do it on the school's terms and in the language and imagery of the strange and remote middle-class world. As a result, he does poorly in school. Day by day, he builds a record of failure that will remain with him throughout his school years and beyond. More than that, it contributes to a distorted image of Tommy as a person, both as he sees himself and as his teachers see him.
Okay, so I'm stupid. I don't care what he thinks. I don't care what anybody thinks. I just want him to leave me alone.
So they move in a senseless circular dance, and the teacher feels they are stupid, and so he expects nothing from them. He expects nothing, and so he gets nothing, and on and on and on. But often at home, there is desire and a passionate insistence upon the values of a good education.
What happened with your paper today, Tommy?
Just missed a couple words.
A couple of words. You missed quite a few words. Weren't you studying? Didn't you study those words?
Studying.
It doesn't look like it. I don't want him standing on the corner the rest of his life like some ignorant fool. I want him to study and be somebody. I want him to have a good education. That's what I'm slaving my life away for. That's what I want. Learn anything when you're playing in school. This is what I go to work and slave every day, all day long for, isn't it? You're playing in school. You play and I slave and nothing gets done. Don't you want to be like your Uncle Lawrence?
Yes, ma'am.
Doesn't he explain all the things that you ask him?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you have to study and learn before you can do that. Get all of your education, words, English, and everything else. This is what you have to do. Stop playing and knuckle down and study. You have to do better. You just have to do better because I want you to do better. Study. Learn something. Be somebody.
Make something of yourself. Be somebody. A junk man is somebody. A red cap is somebody. Deliver messages and ride a bike until you're an old man. Shine 'em up. Shine 'em up good. Sweep somebody's steps or wash somebody's car. This is what it means to be somebody in the world that Tommy Knight knows and understands. The disadvantaged child is many things. He's bright, angry, warm, sullen, wordless, talkative, funny, and sad. And above all, he's interesting. Always interesting. Tommy Knight is a valuable person. Valuable to us and to himself. We need the skill, the talent, and the knowledge that he can contribute to the community. He needs and deserves a good education.